All right, everybody, we are at Bob Wren Stadium, and it's now time for another catch and a convo. Will Sturrock is joining us. Will, what's going on, man? How we doing?
You know, doing pretty well. Just beat Miami, having a good time here.
Oh yeah, love to see it. Love to see it. So, Bobcats are hot, as you mentioned. You've won 8 of your last 11 games.
Yes, sir.
What's been the biggest reason behind the success during that stretch?
You know, I think our lineup has been pretty solid 1 through 9. If guys don't get the job done, guys right behind them will pick them right back up. As you've seen with all the comebacks we've had, our offense is just pretty complete, and our pitching staff is getting it done right now.
Your lineup, as you mentioned, top-notch, elite with a capital E.
Yes, sir.
How would you describe your lineup to someone that's never seen your team before?
Like I said, it's pretty complete 1 through 9, but we got our table setters at the top of the lineup, and then we got our boppers in the middle that'll drive those guys in. And then towards the back half of the lineup, if those middle guys don't get it done, then they're right there for us to drive us in.
How about yourself as a hitter? What's one area you feel like you've grown the most from the beginning of this season to right now?
You know, I think just making adjustments rather than game to game or series to series, making adjustments from at bat to at bat, whether it be if I'm getting under it and popping out, getting on top of the ball and then driving it. I think that's really been something that has helped me continue my success throughout the season.
Another reason for success, I'm assuming, is Kirby McGuire. He's been quite the addition to your team, his second season as the hitting coach. What's the best part about Kirby when it comes to you working with him?
Kirby works as hard or harder than the players. He'll grind through scouting reports, giving us drills to work on, approaches. He gives us exactly what we're gonna face every single weekend, and that helps with us being successful on the field. So him grinding and putting in all the work outside really helps us be successful on the field.
You're a junior college transfer. You arrive in Athens, what, a couple years ago, right?
Yep, this is my third.
Yeah, so why Athens? Why'd you come to Athens?
So my sophomore year at my JUCO, that was when COVID shut us down. And coming out of the JUCO, I didn't really have much. I had heard from Ohio, I think mid-March, early April, and met with all the coaches on a Zoom call. And after that Zoom call, didn't hear anything. And then I'm golfing late July.
Ooh.
And I see on my phone that the Ohio old recruiting coordinator was calling me. And I just made a birdie, so I was feeling on top of the world.
Feeling good.
And he's like, hey, Will, we still want you to come here. Do you want to come here? And I'm like, well, I got to talk to my parents. Give me a few days. And then talk to him that night. And the next morning, I'm like, yeah, I want to be a Bobcat. So.
What's the best part about being a Bobcat?
Just the guys here. I think that everyone wants to be winners on the field, so they're putting in all that work outside of practice, whether it be early hitting, early ground balls, early fly balls. So it's a pretty similar situation to JUCO, where everyone's just grinding.
That's awesome. All right, off topic a little bit. You're from Minnesota.
Yes, sir.
What part of Minnesota?
Minnetonka.
Minnetonka. Land of many lakes, Minnesota.
Yep.
What are some things, or what's one hobby maybe that you do outside of baseball?
During the summer, I like to go on the boat with my friends, and then during the winter, my twin brother and I love to play pond hockey. And AJ Roush and Harrison Johnson think they can skate circles around me, but they just can't do that. Still waiting on them to come up so I can give them the business.
So you're arguably the best pond hockey player on the team, is what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay.
In Minnesota, we do it differently. It's the state of hockey for a reason, so they just have no chance.
Any translation between hockey, pond hockey, and baseball? Like anything you take from pond hockey and apply to baseball?
I think one thing is, one thing about playing many sports growing up is just being athletic. Bringing my athleticism on the field has really shown. It's translated onto the field, being in the outfield, running after balls, diving and catching them. So yeah.
Better to dive on grass than ice, I assume.
Yeah, way better. Way better.
All right, who's got the funniest batting stance on the team?
I think the resounding answer would be Gideon Ansel. He really squats down here and really gets into it.
Do that one more time.
Right down here.
That's awesome. Who on the team would you want to see mic'd up in a practice?
I think another resounding answer would be Dylan Masters. He's talking a lot, bringing the juice to our practices and games. Loves to talk though, so I think he would be a good person to be mic'd up.
I love that. And you mentioned earlier you have an identical twin.
Yep.
Brother.
Yep.
What is one difference between the two of you?
We actually both went to NIAC together. He was a pitcher, and he actually was the reason I basically went to NIAC. He got recruited out of high school by them, and they didn't even know I existed. I kind of just tagged along, got a roster spot, and he's basically the reason why I'm here. So.
Wow. All right, we're gonna break it down now. How do you end a catch before pregame? Is it just something like this?
I throw a lot of knuckleballs to my catch partner AJ Roush, and
throw me a knuckleball and we'll wrap this up here.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and catch it. Woo! All right, man. Appreciate your time.
Of course.